All right, I'm here with TSHIFHIWA, the Atomic Spider Munyai. It's been a good last year for you. Building, let's put it that way. You've been building up towards a fight like this. How are you feeling going into 2020?
I've got all the confidence on my side, man. Worked hard for the fight. The last year, I would say I'm on the right team. You need the right team to be... Like, you cannot... let me put it this way. I've got the right team right now. I'm fighting often. If you look at my career, there are like 2 years without a fight. And you go into a big fight, which made me lose some fights that I was not supposed to lose. Speaking about now, I had 3 fights as a lightweight, 3 wins. So this is the moment I've been waiting for. Actually, all my career, all the build-ups that since I joined this team, this is what I've been looking into. Such a fight, this kind of fight.
Before you said, like, as you moved up to lightweight, you got 3 wins on the trot. How hard was it to pull to featherweight previously, like in the last couple of years?
No, I can still say, if you're fighting, it's easier. No, if you're fighting, it's easier. I can still say, let's say as I take a year out, it's going to be difficult for me to make lightweight. But now, because I'm fighting, my body's used to going down to lightweight, So it was also killing me going to featherweight. I had to pull like 14 kgs because I'm staying more often without fighting.
You're coming up against a guy that's been promoted by Rumble Africa, Mvula. He's coming off a good win against Kombinisi as well. How do you feel about him?
I will say, looking at his record and the guys who fought as a lightweight, I will still say he's the best lightweight at the moment. That's why he's rated, he's got the number 1 spot. So we're going to have a fight. If he's going to be fighting, I will fight him. If he has to box, I know I can box. I got the skills, I got the talent. So this title is not going to the Eastern Cape. It's going to stay here on the 15th of March. The title remains in Gauteng. Like I'm saying, it's my time. It's my time.
Now Blegari is now going to be your adopted home. As you said, it's not going back to the Eastern Cape. You're going to keep it here. How hard is it going to be to keep it here?
Whatever it takes, man. It doesn't matter. Whatever it takes. If I have to fight every minute, every second for the whole Tour of France, I will do that. I'm physically fit. Mentally, I'm ready.
I have to ask this question. Nomeva, there was rumors that you were going to be fighting him. It's collapsed. It was on. It's collapsed. It's come on. What, from your point of view, happened there?
Let me take it back. Now, I'll say the Smith loves seeing me fighting. If you take it back, the time Komanis was fighting for the Smith, they called my name. They started calling my name, right? The Smith, they coach. And then all these boxers are like, they don't want to fight me. They said, Nomeva, yes, I said, I'm taking the fight. But the promoter was giving us something that no one could fight for that. Remember, at the end of the day, we're doing business. It's business. Cannot just take a risky fight for... Not a risky fight. Cannot just take the... Let me take it back. Nomeva was the name in lightweight, right? Before he lost. He was the WBF world champion by the time. So, if I beat Nomeva, who else was I going to fight at lightweight? So, if I'm fighting such a big name for less money, it's not making sense. Business-wise, it's not making sense. I believe if that fight happens in a year or somewhere by the end of this year, when I'm a champion, it's going to make more sense business-wise than the money that they were offering me for 8 rounds. How can I fight a guy who's a world-class level for an 8-round fight? It was not meaning anything on my side.
A long time ago, you guys were actually sparring partners, yourself and Nomeva.
Yeah.
Does it give you confidence knowing what he does, and do you think him knowing what you do to put on a good fight?
Let me say it again like this. Styles makes fight, right? So I'm also saying this towards this fight, the Mvula fight. Styles makes fight. If people are writing me off because of the 2 losses that I had as a featherweight, right now they're going to see that Munyai is still here. He's still mean business. So with Nomeva sparring him, for me it was sparring. If you check nicely, the way I do with my sparring, it's not like I'm fighting. I'm in learning every day. In this game, you learn every day. So with Nomeva, I was learning every day. It was just helping me to learn what I was building up into. So for me, it's not a tough fight. Nomeva is the same. If you look at me fighting Godfrey Nzimande back then, and the fight just for recently he lost in the US, still the same Nomeva. There's nothing that has changed. It's still the same Nomeva.
If you go on to beat Mvula, does that make you the number 1 lightweight in South Africa?
I will be SA champion. I'll be sitting up there as a SA champion, and meaning I have to fight. If I have to fight number 1, number 2, whoever I'll be fighting is fine.
It's almost like an elimination. I know it's not an official thing, but he's obviously fighting Ayanda and Kosi, you fighting Mvula. Do you see the two winners of both of those fights probably meeting up this year?
Yeah, I'll say so, because if I'm number one and there's someone who is also believing is number one, why not? Why don't they meet? Why don't the best fight each other?
So you now onto the next phase where you're saying, like, you've had the 3 fights, the 3 wins at lightweight, you're feeling comfortable, now it's time for the big fights.
Yeah. Whoever coming on my way, man, I'm in to fight. I'm in to win the fight. I'm not gonna let go of anything. More special with this fight. As a trainer, Chief knows me. I think he knows me better. They had a good preparation when I was fighting a Zinger. But I'm a completely different package now. Like I said, styles mix fight. This fight is a different thing.
Going back to that Zinger fight, it's a while back now. It happened a couple of years. 2017. Yeah. From that point onwards, did you do something differently?
Yeah, the first thing that I did differently was to move a division.
Were you cutting too much weight?
Yeah, like I was saying, I was carrying a lot of weight and I was not fighting often. That's the thing that killed my career a lot. Because sitting for 2 years without a fight, you get 1 fight, you sit another 2 years, you get ring rust. Even if you're training every day, it's a different thing.
And do you think, in saying that, do you still believe that he's a special talent? Zinger?
He's a brilliant fighter. Looking at his last fight, he fought very well. I'll say the Azinga that I fought is completely different with the Azinga now. Right now he's got more speed, more explosive. The way I saw the last fight, the fight that he lost, I think now he has changed a lot.
What problems are you going to get from Mvula this fight? I mean, obviously you don't want to give away too much in terms of game plan, but what problems do you think he could give you?
I don't know much about him, but the thing is, I only saw that he's number 1 contender, and he fought some brilliant fights. Like, he beat quality opponent at lightweight. So I don't really know much about him. I've never seen him fighting. But like most of the Eastern Cape fighters, it's more or less the same thing. It's more or less they've got one kind of style of fighting. Yeah.
I think I know your answer to this. Points and knockouts.
It will depend, man. I'm ready for anything. If I have to go the whole distance, it will depend on his heart, man. If he has to go the whole distance, we'll go the distance. I'm fit for that. Been working a lot with sparring partners, different kind of sparring partners, speed workout, quick hands. Some others are giving pressure. So I've got what it takes to go and be the SA lightweight champion on the 15th of March.
And then just lastly, do you have a shout out for anybody?
My family. I really want to shout out to my family, my fight fans. Man, I also want to say this. If it wasn't for my hometown, I wouldn't be boxing anymore. I think they've got a lot of support on my side, man. They give me backup every time when I feel like I don't want to do it anymore. They'll just keep me pushing, man. They keep pushing me. My coach, Alan Towell, my sparring partners, Gold, and them, they keep on encouraging me. My brothers, I've got a lot of support behind me, man.
All right, thank you for speaking to us today, TSHIFHIWA. All the best for your fight.
Always a pleasure speaking to you, man.
Yes.